now they are down to 1. And I can use the Rankle to finish the game if needed. Even if they destroy my creatures, it's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, that's it. One more game, one more victory. Hello you and welcome back to another MTG Arena gameplay here on MTG Barbieri. I am Bruno Barbieri and today I'm bringing to you a MONOBLACK skeleton discard. But as always, before I explain this deck to you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell button to be notified every time I post a new content here, and also follow me on Instagram at MTG_Barbieri, because there you will find a totally different type of content also related to the Magic the Gathering game. And don't forget that this deck list here is on my tier hub. You can find the link in the description below. Just click in the link, go to my website, copy the deck list from there, and import it directly to your MTG Arena. And today we are playing best of 3 with this skeleton discard deck here. So it's a pretty simple idea. It's just a mono black, so we are just using black and some demolition field to deal against special lands, creature lands, or stuff like this. We have some Soulstone Sanctuary that works great because it's 4 new creatures that we can use from our mana base, and it's all creature types. So it will work as a skeleton as well. We have Corpse of the Lost and Case of the Stashed Skeleton that creates skeletons. And in case of the Corpse of the Lost, you can give a +1/+0 and haste to any skeleton that you have, which applies to the Soulstone Sanctuary. And also every time you descend on your turn, you can return the Corpse of the Lost to your hand. So we have a great synergy here. For example, we have Momentum Breaker that works with the Start Your Engines mechanic and says that when this enchantment enters, each opponent sacrifice a creature or vehicle of their choice. Each opponent who can't discard a card. So it works as a spot removal or a discard card, which is amazing because we work a lot with discard cards here. And you can pay 2 colorless mana, sacrifice this enchantment, and you will gain life equal to your speed. Remember that the Start Your Engines means if you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4, so basically you can sacrifice this and return the Corpse of the Lost on your turn. You sacrifice this on your turn, get some life back, and return Corpse of the Lost to your hand, so you can play it again. Also, we have here the Case of the Stashed Skeleton that will create a 2/1 black skeleton creature token, and it's a suspect skeleton, which means it has menace and can't block. And to solve, you control no suspect skeletons. You can't have any suspect skeletons to solve this case here. So if someone or you kill yourself your skeleton, on the next turn, you can solve the case and then pay black mana and 1 colorless mana. And you can search your library for any card that you may need at a specific point of your game. So basically, you can use even the Rankle Sprankle to sacrifice your own Case of the Stashed Skeleton and get whatever you need. The Rankle Sprankle, it's amazing. It's a very versatile card. I love to play with this card here. You can choose 1 or more. Each player discard 2 cards, each player loses 4 life, or each player sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. You can choose everything that you want here. But remember that you will be affected as well. But it's insanely good because you can deal even 4 damage to your opponent. And you have some cards here like the Bandit's Talent that when this class enters, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. On level 2, when you pay 1 black mana, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. So they can keep losing life every time they have less than 2 or actually have 1 or less cards in hand. So if they have less than 2 cards, they will keep receiving damage. And they sometimes are just counting with the damage that they can receive by the Bandit's Talent. And they don't think that you have the Rankle Sprankle, and you can deal an extra 4 damage to them, and maybe even finish the game before they can even realize what's happening. We have also the level 3 here, where we can play 3 colorless mana and 1 black mana, and at the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card for each opponent who has 1 or fewer cards in hand. We have Duress here. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discard that card. And also we have the Ruthless Negotiation that says that target opponent exiles a card from their hand. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, draw a card, and you can cast it from the graveyard, paying the flashback cost, that's 1 black mana and 4 colorless mana. Also, we have Ghost Vacuum here that we can use just to remove some stuff from the graveyard of our opponents, so they can't reanimate stuff. It's amazing. It's just 1 copy, but it really helps you when you are facing some kind of deck that's heavily dependent on resources from the graveyard. And you can also pay 6 colorless mana and sacrifice this artifact. Then you can put each creature card exiled with this artifact on the battlefield under your control with a flying counter on it. Each of them is a 1/1 spirit in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. So basically you can also create a lot of creatures here that you exiled from your graveyard, from the graveyard of your opponent. Your graveyard, you don't have creatures to exile, so doesn't matter. But sometimes your opponent has a lot of creatures, so you can exile them and put all them as a 1/1 creature on the battlefield to your side, under your control. And finally, we have Strategic Betrayal here, that target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. So it's amazing because as we are discarding a lot of stuff from our opponent's hand, sometimes it can help reanimator decks, because that's exactly what they want. They want to get their big creatures and throw and deed them to the graveyard. So we use Strategic Betrayal to exile their entire graveyard as well. So basically that's the idea of the paying deck here. We have BO3 Triumph, that's another spot removal, and you can discard a card or pay 3 life. Sometimes you can discard lands here because you just need 4 lands. The most heavy cost mana that we have here is the Rankles that costs 4. So you can discard a land here without a problem, or pay 3 life. We can deal with target creatures or Planeswalker. We can destroy both here without any problem. Let's talk about the sideboard here. The sideboard has Intimidation Tactics, 4 copies, so we sometimes can remove the Duress here. If you are facing a deck with a lot of creatures, you can remove the Duress and add some Intimidation Tactics to deal with the creatures on your opponent's hand. Also, we have the Ancient Vendetta here. That's amazing to have on the sideboard, especially if you are facing some combo decks. Let's say that you are facing Omen Chance deck. You put an Ancient Vendetta on your deck and remove the Omen Chance. So it will be amazing. We have some stabs here to deal with small creatures. If your opponent have a lot of small creatures, we can use a stab as a spot removal here for small creatures, and that's not a problem. The same applies with Malicious Eclipse that can deal, in this case, with a little stronger creatures. Not so, actually, it's the same. It's the same -2/-2, but we can deal this -2/-2 to all creatures at once. We don't need to target one specific creature. And we have some Deadly Cover-Up here. It's the heaviest mana cost here that we have on the entire deck to deal against decks that have a lot of creatures. So you can use them to even destroy if your opponent keep creating a lot of creatures. We can maybe remove a card from here, Ghost Vac or something like this, and play a Deadly Cover-Up or 2 just to clear the board more easily if you need. So let's see how all this thing works in practice. See you in the gameplay. Okay, we can play a Duress on turn 1. Maybe it's a Chocobo deck. Let's check it. No. It's a counter. Maybe it's a mono green counter. Okay, let's play a Ghost Vacuum. Let's give some time, because they have a lot of forests and creatures here, so I'm not sure if we can get a non-land permanent and non-creature. Let's play BO3 Triumph. We can discard a card here. That's gonna be the Soulstone Sanctuary. We can ditch this, and let's try to get their creature. Great. Now I know that they have 3 lands here. Another one. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I believe that we can use each opponent loses 4 life, and each player sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice, and then we can get back the other one here. The other creature. Great. Hope that you get another land so we can play Corpse of the Lost without worrying about anything. Oh man, they are destroying my artifact. Okay, let's play Corpse of the Lost and give some damage to them. 3 damage to the face, great. They only have lands. If they have another creature, we can play Momentum Breaker. Great. Let me see here. We can play both. We can play a Bandit's Talent. And a Momentum Breaker to sacrifice their creature. And then we start to deal some damage as well with the Bandit's Talent. On our next turn, we go to level 2. We go up to level 2. Now I believe that they are in a pretty bad situation here. Let's go to level 2. And we have another Corpse of the Lost. Let's attack. I believe that they want to block. Probably. Great. Duress, I don't think that's going to help me. Okay, if they don't have a way to remove my skeleton, it's game over. Okay, good game. That's it, first game, first victory. Now let's see if we should keep something here. Deadly Cover-Up, maybe can help. Malicious Eclipse, they were playing with some small creatures, right? They have the Quartz Revenant. We have BO3 Triumph here to discard some cards from their hand. Momentum Breaker, Strategic Betrayal, Ruthless Negotiation. Yeah, I think that we can keep this way here. Let's try again. Okay, now they will choose again. And of course they are going first. Okay, keep 7. Let's play a Swamp here. And let's play a Duress. Let's hope that they have some cool stuff here to remove. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Yeah, doesn't matter. They need some creatures. A Swamp. And here we can play Ruthless Negotiation. And another Ruthless Negotiation. Yeah, now they have to choose between a land or... Oh, they want to be sure that they can cast a rack. Okay, great. 2 damage to the face. BO3 Triumph. We can play a Ghost Vacuum. And we can use Bitter Triumph. Right now. Let's pay 3 life here. We are down to 15. And they got one of my Ruthless Negotiation. Okay, let's get their Scavenging Ooze. Now probably they are going to play the Surak. Yeah. We have the Corpse of the Lost. We can use to block. And we can wait for them to, let's see, cast an Arboroid, great. We can use the Rankle Sprankle if we get another land. Okay, pass. Yeah, we need to block here. We need to block. Now I need a land. Give me a land. Okay, great. This one here will works perfectly. Let's each player discard 2 cards. And each player sacrifice 2 creatures of their choice. Yeah, great. We have a creature here that we can use, so whatever. We can get back our Corpse of the Lost. Because I discarded the Case of the Stashed Skeleton. Great, let's get their Curse Revenant. Okay, swamp here. I believe that we should... Yeah, let's wait 1 turn before we decide what we can do. I believe that I'm going to use the Demolition Field on their Restless Cottage. Okay. Milestone Pulse. Let's use Demolition Field here and destroy their Restless Cottage. So it's not gonna be a problem to us. Take action, let's get a swamp. No problem. Oh, we have another Rankle Sprank. Great. Now they are down to 17. Innkeeper's Talent, okay, that's not a problem. We have the Case of the Stashed Skeleton. And we can deal 6 damage to the face. Great, now it's a tie. Great, perfect. Level 3, but they don't have a way to avoid my attacks. Great. Now they are down to 1. And I can use the Rankle Sprankle to finish the game if needed. Even if they destroy my creatures, it's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, that's it. 1 more game, 1 more victory. Okay, they begin. So, what is left for me? I can play a Duress on turn 1, Bandit's Talent on turn 2. We have some spot removals here. A very versatile card. Okay, let's begin with Duress. Let's check their hand. The end. Yeah, but I don't have many creatures here. The end is not a problem for me because I don't have Planeswalker and I just have tokens. If I'm not wrong. Let's play Bandit's Talent. Okay, great. Now Starscape Cleric. 1 damage to the face. Let's play a Corpse of the Lost to give some pressure as well. And if we get another land, we can use Rankle's Prank. 2 more damage to the face, okay. Great. Let's attack. 3 damage to the face. And now we can play Ruthless Negotiation. They exiled what? Kambal? I don't remember this card. Okay, we can play a Strategic Betrayal. So we can exile one of their creatures. And we go to level 2. Now I believe that I have a slightly advantage here in the game. Momentum Breaker. Yeah. Let's attack again. 3 damage to the face. And we can play a Momentum Breaker. Because they can choose to sacrifice. If they get a stronger creature, they will not sacrifice the stronger one. So, yeah, sorry. Now you got your land. Now we can play Duress. Let's get one of your cards here. That's gonna be the end, okay. And we can attack again. You will be down to 9. And if you play 2 cards on your turn right now, you will lose 2 life as well. Okay, I'm not worried about this. Let's play what? Strategic Betrayal. Yeah, let's play Strategic Betrayal here. And let's attack. 3 more damage to the face. You don't want to cast more than one. Okay, if you cast another one, yeah, that's game over for you, man. I'm sorry to say this, but it's game over. Oh, we can play even the Corpse of the Lost right now. And deal even more damage, 8 damage to the face. I not even need to use the Rankles Prank. Yeah, that's it. One more game, one more victory. Now let's go and see what we can get here. Deadly Cover-Up, I don't think it's gonna help. Malicious Eclipse, they don't have. Malicious Eclipse may help, but I'm satisfied with this set of cards here. Intimidation Tactics can be better than Duress because they have a lot of creatures. Yeah, I believe that I'm going to remove Duress and add Intimidation Tactics. Okay, I put Stab. No, I didn't. Great. Let's say this is done. And let's wait that we can win this game more easily with the Intimidation Tactics. Okay, Ruthless Negotiation, we have some discard and spot removals. Oh, they took a mulligan again. Okay, let's play Intimidation Tactics and let's see what they have. Overlord. Deep Cavern Bat is not a real problem for now. This one can create tokens. This one here also creates tokens as soon as it enters. I believe this one here is gonna be a bigger problem. Let's play a Swamp. And discard a card from their hand, exile, I mean. We have a lot of spot removals here. Oh, great. Maybe they have another spell? No, they don't. Yeah, we will use a Momentum Breaker on their Deep Cavern bet, so it's not going to be a problem. Okay, great. Let's see here. We can... They have a 3 cost here. Yeah, let's play a Momentum Breaker. So we have a lot of spot removal that we can use. Oh, great. Bandit's talent. Let's give some pressure on the hand hate. So they will have to think a lot. Sorry. You have a problem with your lands database, man. Lands mana base, sorry, it's not database, it's nothing related to this. It's mana base. You have a problem with your mana base. It's because I worked with IT, so TI. Actually, IT, information technology, right? So I always talk about the database. A Soulstone Sanctuary. And I need to play a Bitter Triumph in this case here. Let's take 3 damage. We need to target this one here. All attack. Great. And I think that I will have to use a Momentum Breaker and Strategic Betrayal on the next turn, because you will have 2 creatures. Oh, you will have... Yeah, you have 2 creatures. Forever. 1 damage to the face, okay. My turn. Let's use what? Ruthless Negotiation. So we force you to exile a card. And we can use what? Strategic Betrayal on a token. Yeah, I think that I'm getting some life back just to return the Corpse of the Lost. So I can have another token. Okay, 1 more damage. They are creating another token. Yeah, they did. And what we can do now? Let's attack with both. Okay, no problem. Done. And we are going to, let me see. Use a Rankle Sprankle. Each player loses 4 life. Each player discards 2 cards. And each player sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. Let's remove what? Strategic Betrayal. Actually, Momentum Breaker. And Case of the Stashed Skeleton. Great. Now they are down to 5. They will have to play a card or create another token. Actually, they can't play a card. They have to keep creating tokens. Great. Let's play a Corpse of the Lost. Strategic Betrayal here. And let's give 2 more damage to them. Okay. If they play a card, I can use Ruthless Negotiation to finish the game, because they will have just one card on hand, in the hand. Yeah, that's it. One more game, one more victory. And that's the deck, folks. If you got any questions about the build or how it plays, drop a comment, I will be glad to help you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell, and follow me on Instagram for extra content. Catch you in the next one.